Well, I'm on the road again, headed south this time, down to Barnesville, North Carolina. Now, Toby and Susie Shelton have a nice set of steps, but it's lacking one thing, a banister. And that's really important because their new granddaughter has come to live with them.
Toby and Susie Shelton live in a home that was built by Susie's great-great-grandparents. And now the youngest generation is claiming their stake here as well. Toby and Susie's 2-year-old granddaughter, Hannah. Hannah has recently discovered the thrill of stair climbing.
So this is quite a stairway here. You made this yourself?
Yes, sir, I did.
I like this. This is what kind of wood?
It's pine.
You got a peg down here, nice heavy timbers here for the treads. But I can see why you guys need a railing.
Yep.
Yeah, because you could just take a tumble off here. I've done a little sketch. I'm going to put this up here so you can see it. Now, I know you want this to have a rustic look, so what I'm thinking are a couple of 4x4s here and here. And then the balusters themselves square, nothing fancy. Same with the handrail, just probably.
While Toby entertains Hannah, Susie and I prepare to install the post. I hold it in the proper position, and Susie traces around it. Now we're about to cut this square right out of the tread. First, we drill 4 corner holes. Into one of these, we'll insert the jigsaw blade, then begin cutting. The holes also allow Susie to more easily cut around the corners.
There we go.
Pretty cool.
We slide the post through our opening and use a post level to check for plumb.
Let's look down here. Oh, there he is.
You drilled a hole in my
Leisure,
steps.
you cut a big hole in your steps.
To secure the post to the staircase, Toby drills a couple of countersink holes into the steps. Then he drills smaller shank or clearance holes inside those. He inserts carriage bolts through these holes and secures them with a washer and nut on the inside of the staircase.
All right, so let's cover up those carriage bolt heads with these plugs right here. This is just pieces of oak dowel that we cut off. All right, so you just drop that right in the hole.
Come here, Hannah.
Just like that.
Push it right in.
Look at there what Granny's doing. You see?
We'll let the excess glue that oozes out dry a bit until it becomes rubbery. Then lift it off with a chisel or knife.
So if you just grab that 2x4 there.
Next, we clamp the railing to the post in order to determine the angle. I've attached a tape measure to a level. Toby holds the level vertical and reads the measurement from the top of the second stair to the bottom of the railing.
32 1/4.
On one of the upper stairs, Susie adjusts the railing until the distance between it and the stair tread is the same as the lower step.
That's good.
Next, Toby draws a line along the bottom of the railing. This line represents the angle at which we'll cut the post to accommodate the railing. Afterwards, we'll cut a tenon or tab into the top of the post. We'll also cut a groove along the underside of our handrail. This tenon and groove will create a strong joint between the post and the handrail. The groove will also receive the upper end of the balusters. Now, to create that tenon, we draw a second cut line below the first.
We're going to cut away this section right in here, which is going to leave us this tongue, and that will go up inside the rail. So it's kind of like almost like cutting a mortise. You making noise? You like this? Like the rhythm we got going here?
With Hannah grooving to the sound of Home Improvement, I cut out the tenon and clean the rough edges with a chisel. Next, we move out onto the porch to route the groove into the underside of the handrail.
Okay, there's half the groove.
In order to make the groove wide enough to fit over the tenon, we make 2 passes through the router. Finally, we move back inside to install the handrail.
Now, the easiest way to attach this, Susie, put this right on the line that you drew there earlier. You see it? That's it back there. Okay. Then
Susie
Toby,
drills a shank hole, then we attach the handrail to the ceiling with a lag screw and washer. Down below, Toby drills a hole through the railing and post joint. Now, instead of attaching the two with a bolt, we'll use wooden dowels to go with the handcrafted look of the staircase.
Okay, now, just cut these little guys off. Now, our handrail is going to end here, but I want the balusters to continue all the way up here because we don't want Hannah slipping out the top. So cut this little piece of rail here to receive the top of the balusters. If you go ahead and nail that in, Toby, with the Put it right up in the center here. So here's our baluster. Proper angle on one end, proper length. It's going to set in here just like that, okay? It'll fit in that groove we cut in the bottom of the rail. Now, we need to come up with a way to attach this to the stair tread down here. So what I've decided to do is use wooden dowels for that, okay? And this is just a template that will allow us to drill those holes in the same place.
We'll install 2 balusters per step. So Susie and Toby drill 2 holes all the way through each tread.
Now that we've got the holes drilled in the treads, we need to drill them in the ends of the baluster. Again, made up a little jig here just to make sure that the hole goes right in the center there. Go ahead, I put some tape on there, so go down to the tape. That's a brad point drill.
After drilling a hole into the bottom of each baluster, we're ready to install them. We start by applying wood glue to the top of the baluster and inserting it into the groove on the underside of the handrail.
I'll center you down here, Toby, if you slide it into the groove up there, okay?
Next, we apply wood glue to the dowels and hammer them through the holes in the stair tread and into the holes in the bottom of the balusters. We use a nail gun to attach the tops to the railing.
All right, so now we're just going to continue our way right up the top here. Okay. So shall we do another?
Let's do it.
It was so much fun. Okay. All right, guys, we're making good progress here.
Moving right along.
It's beginning to look like a staircase. All right, last one.
That's
What do
great.
you think?
Yay!
It looks good.
It looks awesome. I'll just stay through with it.
Our final step is to cut the railing to length.
Okay.
Rather than make a straight cut, we'll round off the end. After all, the railing is for Hannah's safety, and we want to avoid any sharp corners.
Okay. A little rough.
Huh? No, that's
just
not
a
a
little
problem
rough.
because here's what we're going to do right now. We're going to take the sander.
Look at there, Hannah, what your granny done. Didn't she
See?
do good?
She
Look.
is, she is a little less pressure all the way around.
Okay.
After smoothing out the end of the handrail with a power sander, our stair railing is complete.
And I got to tell you, the relatives up there in the wall, I'm sure, will look at what you guys did today and be very proud of the improvement to the house.
I think so too.
But the most important thing is the real ultimate test here is what Hannah thinks of it.
That's right.
Shall we see? Hannah?
Yes.
You want to try this
Hannah
out?
Banana.
Want to try this out?
You gonna try it out?
Huh? Okay, Hannah
Okay.
Banana.
Take
Let's
off.
see if it works for you.
Take
'cause
off.
We did this for you.
Go all the way to
boy.
the top.
All the way?
Go on.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes, way
Can we
bye
blow
bye.
kisses? Mwah. Mwah.
Well, with Hannah heading off to bed, I know that her grandparents will sleep much easier knowing their new stair railing adds a measure of safety, while at the same time blending in with the rustic look of their home.